went to UNLV, you said you and your wife had planned for that to be your last stop. Are you planning on that happening here?
Absolutely. That's no question about that. We definitely plan on that. Love that thought, love that vision, if you will, and again, we're very much about Midwest as much as we enjoyed our time in Las Vegas, and it's a great place to live, and I enjoyed it, Barb enjoyed it. Still our roots are the Midwest, and certainly growing up in Kansas and attending Kansas State and being back there, very familiar with the Big 12. I'll always have a little trouble not saying Big 8, but no, this is great, and couldn't imagine it being better.
How long do you want to do this, Lon?
I have no idea about that. I feel great. Certainly expect to do it for as long as Sooner fans will have us, and we'll look forward to it.
Do you think there's any difference in today's college basketball player versus when you played? Are they basically the same?
Oh, I think there's difference. I think that, everything's different. Just technology today makes things so different. There's things we're talking to our players about right now about social pages and being. We never even imagined talking about that or having to worry about that, even maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, certainly. So everything. With the summer basketball and all the travel they do and all the things that are out there, it's different. And I think the biggest difference, there were good players back when we played and since then, but not as many good players on every team. I think there are just a lot more good players around the country today. And when you have the Final Four that we had this year, that maybe shows how many good players are out there and on how many good teams there are out there.
What feels different in this one, let's say?
It's been 7 years, so it's been a while. But I really liked the buzz today. I like the enthusiasm. Really appreciate the students coming out. Again, we've got to work toward having a really good home court advantage, and I think that starts with the students. It starts with the band, cheer, dance. The students are at the cornerstone of that atmosphere, and if they get in there early and if they get it going, and it just creates a standard that everyone else reacts to and responds to. So really, really good to see the students out today and everyone else involved. It's again, when I talk about it really being a shared ownership, it really is that way. I mean, we're a small part of it, and I talk to our players all the time about that. It's about the players. It's a lot easier to do what I'm doing than it is for the players on game night to line up and make shots and prepare to do what they have to do against other really good players that they're playing against. I think we sometimes take that for granted, and we wonder why does a guy do this or why does a guy do that when you don't stop. If you're not careful, you don't stop to think about, well, they're playing against really good players they're also trying to accomplish. So you got to get to the point, though, where you're winning battles and you're accomplishing what you want to more than the opposition is. And that's easier said than done. That's why you have to work really, really hard in preparation.
How much different was the NBA from this, and what do you take from the NBA that you've applied to college?
We loved our time in the NBA, with the exception of the losing. If you're not very good in the NBA, you lose a lot because you play a lot. And yet we really enjoyed our time. The people we met, really good people. Even getting fired as we did at age whatever it was, 50, I think, it was healthy in kind of a humbling way. And it's something that I hadn't experienced before, and it gave me a little different perspective on that part of it all. We thought we'd go down there and just kind of, get good players and help them change things, and we didn't, and we failed in doing that, and felt really bad about it and disappointed, frustrated, but also humbled by the fact that, wow, kind of took us back and kind of made us praise and refocus and appreciate maybe, other things differently.
You talked about meeting with the players last night. I'm sure this has been a difficult process for them as well. Can you talk about what that was like, the excitement level you saw out of them? Because we could obviously see it here today, excited to have a new coach and a new leader.
Really a tough position for them to be in. Anytime you lose a coach, and they really like Coach Capel, and totally understand that. Again, I like Coach Capel, and really think he's done a terrific job everywhere he's been. but it's tough on the players. And I think Joe Castiglione and others I know had been communicating with them, Brandon Martin and folks that really, I think, kept the players abreast and communication was good. But last night I really liked their approach. I liked their eagerness to get started. I liked their look, if you will, and excited to get out there and get after it with them.
Have you got a chance to reach out to Robert Goff yet?
I talked to Robert this morning and had a good conversation there, and we'll go up and meet and visit with him a little bit more. We can be out Thursday noon is when we can first go out recruiting and see people off campus, so we'll go up there.
Lon, a couple of old-timers today have called you Lonnie.
Notice that. That goes back and kind of tell whether the Lonnie or Lon.
When I first saw you play, it seemed like you were called Lonnie.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, you became Lon. When did that occur, you know?
The latter part of the college career, I think, because to anyone that I meet today that from early college, it was kind of Lonnie, and that's my given name, which I have no problem with that, of course, since mom and dad gave that to me. So, but it got shortened, I guess, the latter part, maybe senior year and after. So, don't know for any particular reason. It just kind of happened.
When you talk about getting the players to communicate with you and being on time and representing in a first-class way, it sounds very sort of throwback, very old school, and yet you seem to come in a package that seems pretty current, and they obviously, the players that were in here earlier, had taken to you already. Can you just comment on the melding of maybe an old school philosophy today?
I agree, old school, but I think if you talk to any, we're kind of, in a position where we are working with a group of people, and we have to make some decisions that determine some outcomes. But anyone that runs a business, anyone that operates an organization that's in that position, I think if you talk to those folks, they're after the same things we're after in terms of helping their students, whether it be employees, co-workers, whatever, do as well as they possibly can, put them in a position where they can be effective. One of the most important things I think that is a challenge for us or any business owner or employer or coach or manager is to create an atmosphere where the people want to be around. The best chance we have to make progress and do as well as we possibly can occurs after time and investing time. And if players are coming early, if they're staying late, then that means we've created an atmosphere in which they want to be there. And that's one of the most important things for us to do is to create a situation where they like being around us and want to be a part of what we're doing. And again, I think in time they understand that they are at the center of everything. And I mean that very genuinely. It's not me. It's not our staff. It's the players. And we're going to win games because we've got good players that are playing better on any given night than the opponent. And that's what we're really after, to help them do that. And it takes time.
Coach, at this early stage for you here and at this late stage on the calendar, what can you say about realistic expectations for next season?
Quite frankly, I don't know that I have an answer for that because we're looking forward to seeing many of these guys for the first time tomorrow. And we've caught glimpses on television and we've caught glimpses here, but I haven't actually sat down and watched any film at all at this point. I like what people say about the intangibles and the effort and the enthusiasm and the desire to get better. And again, I like the fact that they were young and they're going to improve and be a year more experienced next season. And again, I do know this. We'll line up and we'll play as hard as we possibly can. I think we'll play as well as we possibly can. And we expect that to result in winning games. How many, I have no idea. And
Was the NCAA investigation that which is still sort of hanging out there, was that an issue for you?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Joe Castiglione talked through that first and foremost when we started having discussions. We really at this point don't have a lot of control over that. Never lost much sleep over anything that don't have any control over. So we'll hope for a good result. We think we're deserving of a pretty good result. It appears, and yet we'll take it, move on, and make the best of it.
You keep talking about the Big 8, what you think, but the Big 12 with Texas and all those, I mean, it's dog conference. What is your opinion of the conference and joining that? We're finishing top half of a good season.
It's a great conference, recognized nationally as one of the premier conferences. Great teams in the conference, great players. Coaches are terrific. But again, it's one of the premier conferences in the country, and in certain years, argued to be the best in the league. It kind of varies year to year, perhaps, who can make that statement as having the best league in the country. But anytime you're fighting for that top rung, then you know it's a pretty good league. So it certainly is right now.